Michelle, you ready?
Are you ready? I
Sure.
don't want to interrupt you yet.
Ah.
We've come a long way from community preschool, wouldn't you say?
I'd say so.
That's been a few years ago.
It has been a few years. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
I'm Michelle Voth, and I'm Director of Prevention and Recovery Services, and Safe Streets is a program of prevention and recovery services. I want to thank you for the opportunity to talk a little bit about our program, and again, and request funding from the county at $15,000, which is what we received last year. With that support, we'll be able to continue to fund some of our mobilization efforts, services to neighborhoods, to individuals, businesses throughout Shawnee County. And some of these services, just to give you a kind of a ballpark look at what we do, is neighborhood watch support. So we go out when neighborhoods have a watch program. We help facilitate it, we help get speakers for them, we bring back needs, and we get the police department to come along as well. So that's one of the things we do, National Night Out. I know you're aware of that, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. We coordinate that and all the activities around that. The Safe Streets Coalition meets on a monthly basis, and in the last year and a half, we've partnered with the Rescue Mission and Freedom Now to talk about human trafficking and doing some planning around that. We'll be finishing up some of that planning this fall. And then we provide a variety of presentations all over the city and county related to health and safety of the residents throughout the county. In 2018, we exceeded our goals, as illustrated in the program that I think you have a copy of this. Neighborhood watch meetings have increased, and we are continuing to get more requests for that, and we anticipate more of those after National Night Out occurs in August. We're utilizing social media to get people informed about crime trends. We always do crime trends at our Safe Streets meetings, provide safety tips. And a new initiative that we've just started is to recognize heroes in the neighborhood. We've just done that recently. We reach over 200,000 in duplicated counts through these efforts and are doing more and more. We have a new young person on our staff who is very tech savvy and who's been doing a lot with that. As far as National Night Out, last year we had 77 neighborhoods participate, and 13 of those were in the county. And we continually to get more calls about that, just even today. But specifically, we have Auburn, Tecumseh, and Barrington already signed up. Our last meeting, our planning meeting, will be tonight. And over the past year, 4 years, this event has really grown exponentially. I think of note is for a couple of years, we were 7th in the nation in cities our size, 100,000 to 300,000. Last year, we were 6th. And I think it's of note to, for the National Town Watch Association, the cities that we competed against were Orlando, Florida, St. Paul, Minnesota, the Woodlands in Texas, Rochester, Minnesota, and Modesto, California. So I think that really speaks well for Topeka when you look at that in terms of the whole country. So we're very proud of that. And since 1995, that's when Safe Streets started. We've been really promoting peace in the neighborhoods and know that if we want to reduce crime, we need to have neighbors talking to each other, working, looking out for each other. And that is really our goal, is to get neighbors to be more engaged in safety and both substance abuse prevention as well. So through our education efforts, our community mobilization efforts, information dissemination, that kind of thing, we feel like those things serve us well. And I can tell you a little bit more about just our goals right now for 2019, where we are with those. We have 24 active neighborhood watch groups in the county. Our goal for this year was 70 neighborhood watch events. We've already done 23 and expect a lot more through the summer. We have had some staff changes, bringing a new person on board tomorrow, actually. So we'll be fully staffed. 50 presentations throughout the county, and for the year, we've done 15 in the first quarter and have plenty lined up already. When you look at the coalition meetings, we average We've had about 342 people attend those meetings so far this year. And our average for National Night Out meetings is at 81. We meet at the library and it's full. So I am happy to answer questions, and I have Judy Wilson, who is really the queen of National Night Out, as you probably know, and is responsible for putting together the book that's about this thick that she puts together every year to so that we can compete across the nation for an award for National Night Out. But we appreciate the $15,000. One of the things that PARS and Safe Streets is doing this year, which we've not really had to do in the past, is do some fundraising. State funding has gone down for substance abuse prevention. We're having our first major fundraiser in September. And so that will also help support our program. And I think just one other thing to add to that, for the National Night Out, we raise close to $12,000 every year through grants to give back for National Night Out, for the neighborhoods, for stipends for every neighborhood, so that they don't have to, everything's not out of pocket for them as well. So with that, I entertain any questions, or if you have any questions for Judy as well.
Can you name who the replacement is for Christie?
Yes, Michaela Butterworth.
Michaela Butterworth.
Mhm.
Is she
She
from
is,
Topeka? Or?
Well, actually, she's originally from Australia,
Oh.
but she has lived in Topeka for, gosh, do you know how many years? You know more than I do. Around 11 or 12. She works currently for the Department of Revenue,
Oh.
and she's a trainer. She's been a trainer, statewide training. She's also worked at the Omaha Zoo and did training with youth there. She's very tech savvy, very personable. We're really thrilled to have her on board, and she has been to some of our national night meetings and is very much aware of the community and is very involved in the communities, and actually has gone through the sheriff's academy. I was
Academy,
blanking on
yeah.
it. Yes, she recently went through that this past year as well.
Are you concerned about the grant from the city of Topeka at all?
I am not.
Okay.
We-
I didn't know.
we
They
actually
jumble
now-
things and
Well,
have
how
to
they've done
cut.
it now, we have a contract with TPD.
Okay. Okay.
So we meet fairly regularly with the chief on
Okay.
that grant, and so I'm
Well, we have so
really good
many,
about that.
we have so many agencies that come to us and say, the
Right.
city has cut us. Can
Yeah.
you make up for that? And I'm just concerned with anybody that's relying on the city to help fund the project.
This current year, we're getting $60,825, and that's been pretty
Okay.
pretty steady.
Okay.
But like I say, we are looking at fundraising because, we just have to do it.
I know, understand. Commissioner Cook, did you have anything?
Same questions I had.
I have no questions.
Oh, okay. Wow, that was nice.
It's not as complicated as the health department. I thought this might be a breath of fresh air after I heard all the challenges they have.
Yeah, they do. Well, thank
So-
you for coming. It's always good to see you,
Thanks so
Michelle.
much.
Judy,
And-
good luck this year.
Bill, we've not met, but my son Hunter years ago worked in the summer program.
Yes.
I think it was Hunter Voth.
Yes.
Tall young man, he went to Topeka West, so I'd never met you, but I knew your
Yes,
name.
I remember Hunter very well.
Is there-
Hunter is now 6'3" and works for Cerner.
Oh, really?
He's been there a couple of
Is he in
years.
Kansas City,
Uh-huh.
in their office?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well,
Yeah, so-
tell him hi
I
for
will
me.
tell him I saw you.
That's
so.
good.
right.
Good to
Thanks so
see you.
much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. We are adjourned until 2:30, when we'll talk about CRC, social services.
Just about tipped a pickup over with Hunter. We were driving
On
along,
purpose?
I haven't listened to this.
we were working on the land